Al Jarreau, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am excellent. It's great to have you on.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
I know we only have a few minutes, so we'll get started here.
Okay.
First of all, we'll touch on your upcoming appearance on the Soul Man TV show on TV Land. What can we expect from that?
Well, I was so surprised to find out that I'm going to act out one of their running gags, and from time to time they mention Al Jarreau as a winner of a Grammy Award, and that Boyce did not. And so this is one of those episodes where I'm actually appearing as myself and in that sort of role of kind of making fun of the fact that I won the Grammy and Boyce did not.
Well, and obviously, if anyone had experience winning Grammys, it would be you. So that's not much of a stretch, then.
Well, not really a big stretch, but but a huge stretch to be getting a mention at all on a program like this. A great show with Cedric, who's everybody's favorite entertainer. And to get a chance to come on and say a few lines and remind people that I'm still working. You know, I'm still doing things. New project I'm working on right now. It's a George Duke tribute. I have a record that got 2 Grammy nominations 2 years ago. A live project with an orchestra from Holland and continue to be on tour, big summer tour coming up this year. Last year I had a big tour. So yeah, to get on and be there with Cedric and his cast and directors and all that is really a wonderful, wonderful thing for me.
Yeah, and obviously throughout your career, I mean, you've won several Grammys, as we mentioned, Hall of Fames, honorary doctorates, all this stuff. I mean, did you ever think when you started out, like in those small jazz clubs, that your career would be going the way that it has?
Well, it's all about dreaming. It's all about visualizing creatively in your head where you're going. You got to see it. If you don't see yourself getting out of bed in the morning and going and brushing your teeth, you will not. You've got to see these things in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Decorate your dream with the big red leather chair that you want to sit in as a lawyer. You've got to do all of that in order to arrive at where you want to be. It's the only mechanism we have as human beings for making our future. It's how you dream today. So yeah, I dreamed all of this and hoped for all of this. But, you know, I worked on it, too. You got to do that. And so it's wonderful at this point in my life to kind of see in my mind how it came to be and how it came to pass and take a moment every now and then to talk to young people about having the dream and working on the dream and staying in school. Hello.
Definitely.
So... and you can look at my life. I spent a lot of time in school, so that I could have had a career really as a rehabilitation counselor, and I did that work in San Francisco at the time that George Duke and I first met. I was a rehabilitation counselor for the Division of Rehab in California.
Okay.
So, yeah, I hope this doesn't fall on deaf ears too much, and that's probably very boring, but...
Oh, no, not at all.
I have to say it.
Well, you talk about helping out the kids. Can you maybe talk a little bit about your memories of the U.S.A. for Africa when you did the We Are the World?
Well, it was one of the most important times for people, helping people to come together in this kind of way. Yes, we are our brother's keeper. We are. And Barack ain't wrong about that, President Obama. We are our brother's keeper, and we've kind of forgotten. We've got a group of people in Congress who are forgetting as they accept donations from hugely wealthy people and forget about the fact that we are our brother's keeper. And as a nation, we had that in mind when we set down the ideals that we have in 7 years ago. Our father brought forth all this kind of dedication and liberty to the proposition that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator. Which we set that stuff on paper, those ideas, and followed it up with programs and safety nets for people who struggled. And we're watching it be thrown in the gutter by some people who are immensely selfish. And I'm talking about our Congress. The wealthiest people in the world sit in Congress and don't give about anybody. So
yeah, not much has changed then.
Very important stuff. I did mean to go on that track. It's constantly on my mind.
Sure. Well, I mean, you mentioned some of the people you've worked with in the past, kind of a who's who of legends over your career. Can you say there's one person that was your favorite in particular to work with, or maybe a short list?
Well, certainly it's George Duke. George and I go back to 1964, 1965, when we were both puppies in San Francisco. And George was actually too young to be in clubs, and his mom used to warn the club owner where we were playing that that he had to play for church on Sunday morning, get him out of there at home so he could do that. Yeah, George is right there at the top of the list, and then there's another George, and it's George Benson, one of my favorite guys that I have worked with so much. I got a band of people who are not on the who's who list, but who are tremendous talents, and who've been with me for such a long time. I mean, Larry Williams came out of a group called Sea Wind, one of my favorite people in the world. I love Larry Williams, and Chris Walker from Texas, and brilliant drummer Mark Simmons, and the people in my band, Joe Toronto from Milwaukee, my musical director. I could go on and talk with you about the who's who, but you can read that stuff anytime when you look up Al Jarreau, the great people. I stood on stage with Miles Davis and Herbie Hancock and all those people, but I love to mention people in my band, and
definitely.
John Calderone were great musicians who keep my thing happening. When I stand on stage, it ain't just Al Jarreau. It's some people who support me who are brilliant in what they do, could have careers other than mine, but who come to work with me because we as a group describe something and enjoy something and present something that's really quite special when we get together and play music. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you've got, as always, you're very busy with a lot of things, and definitely looking forward to catching you and your new projects down the road.
Well, I'm talking about it just now for kind of like one of the first times that, and the project is just a week or so away from mixing, and we're starting to mix the record now, and it should be available. I think by June. I think that's our month for debuting the project.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot, Al. It's been great.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.